if the caretaker does not perform the duties to committee satisfaction, can there be a monetary fine for not completing satisfactory work?
Sure. Okay. I guess the simple answer is no, not to my understanding. But I guess where a committee can have their say, and obviously I'm an advocate for the committee having their say and being involved in it, and not just accepting things as they stand. And what I will say to that is that there's not a monetary fine, but by communicating and holding caretakers accountable to their performance, you are creating documents sitting on body corporate records, which then paint a picture for prospective buyers when they do their due diligence. So first and foremost, I'm an advocate for trying to work with your committee and with your caretakers. I think it's very important to be commercially minded in how you do this. And I think it's very important to try to negotiate an outcome whereby both parties' interests are protected. If that doesn't eventuate, you can look at doing remedial action notices. And ultimately, for caretakers' purposes, or at least the feedback I get, is that if they have documents sitting on records, whether it's emails, whether it's letters, whether it's performance, common property condition reports, remedial action notices, all of those documents sit on record. They're discoverable by prospective purchasers in their due diligence, and ultimately prospective purchasers go, oh, I'm not only coming into an agreement that I have to get on top of all of new duties, a new scheme, everything else, but I'm coming into a relationship that perhaps is fragmented. And that can be seen adversely by prospective buyers as well. They would ideally want to come into a scheme where there is a harmonious, amicable relationship sitting there with the committee. So just because there's not a monetary fine doesn't mean that, you know, taking steps to make sure that the performance of the caretaker is met doesn't mean that you shouldn't do that. You should still do that. There are still, I guess, implied consequences of a caretaker just shrugging its shoulders and walking away from things.